Sup, it's your boy Big Red coming to you from the shadow of the Big House in Ann Arbor, Michigan, bringing you a preview and prediction for the Sweet 16 matchup for the Michigan Wolverines men's basketball team. A matchup against the Florida State Seminoles. Joining us tonight, first, from his palatial vacation home in the Sunshine State, the one, the only nameless guest.
Greetings from enemy territory. We are scouting, doing some advanced scouting of the Florida State Seminoles. See some plenty of big blue around here, though. Always representing very well. So can't wait for tomorrow. By the time everyone sees this, the game will be over. But that's all right. Woo!
I raise my glass to that. Wait, where are you in Florida exactly? Or do you not want to say?
We're in the middle of, don't judge. This is no judgment zone. South Beach, spring break mania.
Oh, gosh.
No judgment.
You are in COVID central right now. Holy smokes. Thank goodness you're vaccinated. College, you willikers. Next, joining us from the other side of the, from the other end of the East Coast, all the way up on another secret palatial vacation lair. The one, the only RLB, Real Life Boogie, JC from Sunnyside.
What's going on, Big Reg? What's going on from Crystal Springs, New Jersey? As a side note, don't get duped by their petting zoo because they literally got like 3 animals to pet. They got a chicken and a duck in a cage that you cannot touch, and they got a goat and 2 rabbits. But anyway, I'm supine, channeling a little nameless energy and nameless guest energy tonight. Joining me are 2 other special guests, Maria and Mofia, if you recall, from a couple of years ago, and Mishi Bear. Say something.
Hi. Go Blue.
Celebration guests. Holy smokes! How was the petting zoo despite the limited selection of animals? Was it still?
I got to touch the goat's horn.
Huh?
I got to touch one of the goat's horn thingamajiggies.
Oh.
And the bodies were soft, and then that's pretty much it.
Oh,
and then
yeah,
the pony. The pony just was like this, and then that was very sad. It was pretty sad.
Review. The petting zoo was very sad. Holy smokes. Well, thank you for that feedback on Crystal Springs Resort. Next.
The pool's nice.
Huh?
The pool's nice.
Well, at least they got, is it a heated pool?
There's one. Well,
There's one that leads outside, one inside that glows up in the dark when it's nighttime.
Mm.
But the outdoor pool is more heated than the indoor pool. Let's just say that.
All right. So this is the kind of detailed analysis you get about not only Michigan basketball, but the various resorts on the eastern seaboard. So raise my glass to that. Thank you for that lovely update and feedback from the Crystal Springs Resorts. Okay, moving on. Next, joining us. I think he's the only one. Oh, no, he didn't go anywhere. Probably because he's got 47 children. The one, the only, Mr. Squarehead.
Oh, sorry, Reg. I fell asleep with these 10-minute introductions. It's good to be here.
Oh, wow. Mr. Squarehead. He's already on a roll tonight, baby.
Madia and Dofia. Hi. Mofia.
Hi.
Hello, Mr. Squarehead.
Hey, I have a picture of you when you were with my first child out of 37, like 10 years ago. I still look at it.
What?
We raise our glass to Michigan memories for the second generation. And finally joining us, as always, producer Jay Bitzel.
Can't stress it enough. If you're going to Florida, especially the heart of Miami South Beach, wear a mask. Even if you're vaccinated, you could possibly still be a carrier. I can't believe I'm telling a doctor this, but whatever. Keep them high and tight.
Oh, yeah.
Please. Enough moralism. I'm in my hotel. Sheesh.
Oh, boy. All right. Anyway, we're going to move away from the mask debate and get into a real debate about Michigan's chances in the Sweet 16 versus a very formidable foe in the Florida State Seminoles. Gentlemen, this is the second time we've been meeting them in, I think, 3 years. Could be wrong on that, but seems like 3 years to me. Anyway, FSU is led, of course, by Leonard Hamilton. The last time we met them was in the Elite Eight, where we beat them by a score of, I think it was like 58 to 52, something like that, and just punched our ticket to the Final Four. So I raise my glass to those happy memories. But now we got to look to 2021. Fellas, what do you got for the Michigan Wolverines as we head into this game? We open up the floor to you.
There was a great segment on, I think, ESPN where they went through Coach Juwan Howard's and Leonard Hamilton's relationship. They're tied very closely. He's like a father figure to Juwan. But I think this is going to be a beat your daddy type of game. And I think we're going to take it to them. I've watched their video clips from the prior games in the tournament. I don't see them being much better than LSU anyways. So I think it's going to be a nice win for Michigan if we don't end the game like we did last time with turnovers and issues like that.
Interesting take.
I don't
Reggie.
know. I think this is going to be a tougher game than
right.
producers maybe realizes. You look at the two blowout losses we've had were against long athletic teams. FSU is a long athletic, solid defensive team. That I think Franz Wagner is going to get shut down a little bit in this game. I think he's going to get shut down. I do think he's going to play well defensively and shut down maybe that guy MJ Walker, I think his name is. But they're a solid 3-point shooting team. They're long. They can play solid defense. They have a couple of 7-footers that have size that can match up with Hunter a little bit. So they match up well against us. And I think it's we're gonna eke it out. We're gonna eke it out. 75-71. We're gonna win by 4, but it's gonna be a tough, all throughout the game. From opening tip till the end, it's gonna be a nail biter, but we're gonna pull it out, win by 4.
I pretty much see the same thing. I predicted pretty much a coin toss kind of matchup by this stage. It's a flip them. I think it's even tighter than what JC says. It's like final possession, maybe an Insta Classic or an ultimate heartbreaker. It's just going to be one of those grind it out, totally stressful. I mean, if you think about it, we got some amazing performances to win our last game. I don't know. Can they step up again? Shoot lights out? Can we have another miraculous Shondy Brown performance? Can Eli get up there and score another career high point total? I mean, my heart says we win it on a final possession. Ooh, but it's going to be stressful.
I went onto my Mr. Squarehead social media all the way from Instagram to TikTok to WhatsApp to Twitter, to Tinder, and I posted that Michigan is better without Isaiah Livers. And oh man, the hate mail and the hate being spewed by Blue Nation. Oh boy, I think we have a better chance of beating FSU without Livers on the floor. And obviously he's not going to be on the floor. So I actually think Michigan is going to win this game. But the key to this game, I think, is going to be turnovers. If you look at, I read an article or somebody made a note how Michigan has not been doing well in their turnover game the past couple, maybe, I don't know, 2-3 games. We need to create turnovers. I think we were getting text messages of play-by-play from the Big Rock, Big Easy himself. At halftime, he said, oh, Michigan has one turnover. They forced one or something like that. But I think this game, it's cliche, but I think it's going to come over to the turnover battle. Both teams, I think, are good at defense, but the team that causes more turnovers will win this game. And I think with Shawnee Brown on the court, not Isaiah Livers, we have a good chance and we'll come out victorious.
Oh my gosh. Well,
I need to say something here. No, I think we need Isaiah Livers. We need Isaiah Livers. Shawnee Brown, he's good. He's good. He just came, but he doesn't have as much experience with the team. Isaiah Livers can shoot. I think better not for this 3-pointers that Shawnee Brown can. Shawnee Brown, his key is like in the corner, but sometimes that's not always open. Isaiah Livers is better, more all around than, let's say, just in one spot.
Child. Clearly, you've been brainwashed over there in Sunnyside or Crystal Springs. But I gotta give the truth here. Shawnee Brown's a better defender, straight up, than Isaiah Livers.
Shawnee Brown, I agree with that. Shawnee Brown is a better defender. He plays pressure defense. But what like when it comes offensively, I think Isaiah Livers is better.
Offensively, even the three. Let me teach you something here. Even the 3-point percentage, if you look at the season average, it's like 40% versus 43%. True, Isaiah Livers, he averaged 13 points a game. Clearly, because he plays more, he's going to have more points. But this game, I think it's going to come down to defense. It's going to be a slow scoring grind out game in the 50s or 60s. And I think it's going to come down to turnover battle.
For what it's worth, I prefer to have Isaiah Livers hoisting up those open threes. We've already hashed ad nauseum how he can't create his own shot. Fine. Come on, Mike Smith. Get your act together. Kick it out there, and Livers, let it rain. But that's when we get to the Final Four. More on that later.
I mean, I do think, Florida State's got their starting lineup pretty much, everybody's in double figures. And you have a couple of guys that shoots, 43% from the three. Their bench can also shoot from the three. So we got to get up on them. We got to get up on them. I think Mike Smith against Polite, their point guard, is going to be a key battle, but I think Mike Smith is going to step up. I think he had a poor game. I think he's a mature young man. He's going to learn and grow from that last game. He's going to step up, and I think he's going to have 12 points, 10 assists. I think Brandon Johns Jr., I want to bring him back up again. My unsung hero who's been playing really, really well. But I think, he's going to step up. Mike Smith, drive and dish to open Brandon Johns Jr. He's going to splash a couple of threes, right? Big time threes.
interesting. All interesting takes, but I'm going to be the contrarian here. I don't think it's going to be close. I think Michigan is going to blow them out. I think this is going to be a case where a couple of things are going to happen. Number one, Michigan, now, yeah, they got length. And I give you that. On the wings, they got length. but interior, they ain't got no. They got the kind of big men that Hunter Dickinson has done well against. I'll put it to you that way. Okay, their centers, we say they got 2 7-footers and all that, and yibbity skibbity. But Hunter Dickinson, because they're not mobile big men. Okay, they're not mobile big men that Florida State has. And Hunter Dickinson has shown this past season that he does very, 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 very well defensively and offensively against big men that have limited mobility. So I think Hunter Dickinson is going to have a monster game, number one. Number two, Mrs. Squarehead has already kind of mentioned it, but the key for me to this team that's going to make it a blowout for us, yes, FSU is a good defensive team, but they are very, 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 very turnover prone. They turn the ball over a lot. They averaged almost 20 of turnovers in these past few games. Like if you looked at them during their run in the ACC tournament, they were averaging they had 18 turnovers in one game, 17 in another, 18 in another. They turned the ball over a ton. So while, yeah, they do play some tough D, I think that we can get some easy buckets, especially with our wings running the floor and with Mike Smith running the floor off of turnovers. Conversely, like Mrs. Square is saying, I think that despite their defense, with the heady play of Mike Smith and Eli Brooks handling that pressure, I think that we will not have as many turnovers, which will not lead to easy buckets for them. And so I see this being an extremely, extremely Sweet 16 matchup for the Michigan Wolverines. I don't think it's going to be close. Y'all, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 saying it's going to be close, but you got number 5 saying it's going to be a blowout.
Oh, my gosh.
To that.
Big Reg.
Hey, come on, bring it. Bring it, Cletus. Bring it on. I'm ready. This is not going to be close. Y'all can talk all you want, but the numbers don't lie. This Florida State team, especially with the way Franz Wagner is going to play defense, especially with the way Charlie Brown is going to play defense, especially with the way Eli Brooks is going to be playing defense, and with Hunter Dickinson locking down the middle, there's going to be a lot of FSU turnovers. Telling you guys. I'm telling you.
Agree. Without Isaiah Livers, we're going to create a lot of turnovers.
Oh, my gosh. If there's one guarantee in life, is Big Reg always predicting a blowout, whether it's football or basketball. You know,
always. No.
This reminds me of Michigan is going to beat Wisconsin by 30 points. Michigan's going to beat Michigan State in football by 35 points.
Oh, y'all going to put all that on me? Come on, man. I wasn't the only one that was saying push it. These guys all of a sudden gonna jump off that and put that all on me. Huh? All right. I'll take it on.
No.
Everybody else is saying,
and Big Reg's predictions.
Okay.
Big Reg's predictions.
I'll be the guy that was the only one that predicted the blowouts. Holy smokes! Wow.
No. It wasn't just that. I was thinking more along the lines of how much you like to, play up how well you're hitting your 3 irons and you're just striping it before every golf match we get together. Those are the kinds of those are the deja vu memories I had.
Outlandish predictions. We got to go back to Shea Patterson, Giles Jackson as a breakout player of the year. Now he's going to transfer. Come on, Big Reg.
He did break out. He broke out of the Michigan roster. So I raise my glass. My premonitions always come true.
Shea Patterson back at the pro day, trying to make a club. Come on now.
Listen, I'm telling you guys, everybody talks about FSU being a tough defensive team, this, that, and the other. But I've watched their this is what I haven't told you guys, but I've spent maybe 3 hours of sleep the past few nights. So I watched all of FSU's games, these past 4 games from beginning to end on YouTube. Telling you. And they turn the ball over a ton. They don't take care of that basketball, man. Versus Michigan that takes care of the basketball. I'm telling you, they might play some tough D, but we got the kind of dudes that can handle the pressure. Mike Smith, Eli Brooks, even Franz can run the point forward if need be. I'm telling you, we're gonna, because so many people have already picked Michigan to have lost to LSU, so we shouldn't even be in this tournament, according to a lot of the quote unquote experts. And now a lot of these quote unquote experts are also saying that FSU is going to beat us again. I don't subscribe to that point of view. Nope, not this guy. Because when I look at all the pertinent data, it tells me one thing: Michigan blowout victory to that original class.
I
We're
think the key thing for that even to happen is we gotta stay out of foul trouble, because they are aggressive in terms of getting to the free throw line. They've already, the first 2 games that they've played, they've gone to the free throw line 20 times and shot pretty well at the free throw line. So I think if the refs call this hopefully pretty fair and we don't get too many ticky-tacky fouls, I think that could be a precursor to a nice victory.
And they run 9-10 deep, so they can afford it.
We run 9-10 deep. We got Zeb Jackson.
Don't forget
coming
Terrence,
off the bench,
my boy.
baby.
They don't really run 9-10 deep on offense, though. Yeah, they got a lot of guys they could throw out there on the defensive side of the ball, but they definitely don't run 9-10 deep on the offensive side of the ball. Which is, for me, I don't think they could keep up with us on the offensive end. Because you got to remember this. There's only 3 teams in the nation that was in the top 5 KenPom advanced metrics in both offense and defense. There was Gonzaga, there was Baylor, and then, there was a little team from Ann Arbor, Michigan, called the Michigan Wolverines. Right? Come on. Guys. So not only are we an elite, efficient offensive unit, but our defense. So that's another reason why, for me, we're going to lock them down. We're going to lock them. We're going to squeeze. Force the turnover and get that victory.
Just one last question for you, Reg. Just one last one here. While I would like nothing more for you, everything you say to be true, who wouldn't? We're all Michigan fans here. We all bleed blue.
Are we?
Yeah, man.
I
Look, okay. But I wonder how stressed out you're going to be, how quiet you're going to be with your blowout prediction when FSU crashes the boards, getting offensive rebound after offensive rebound, putbacks with their length and their size. That's kind of what I see keeping this one a tight one.
Again, here's what I'm going to say to that. We have struggled when there's been let me focus it in more clearly. Hunter Dickinson, in my mind, is going to have a great game. Okay,
we need it.
Because, again, the type of centers that FSU has, their starting center, I can't remember the young man's name, but he's from Eastern Europe. He's a 7-footer, yeah, but he's slow of foot. He's
Puralsa.
Huh? What?
Puralsa.
Oh, no, you did not say that. No, you didn't.
That's his first name.
Oh, it's Balsa.
It's not Puralsa?
No, it's Balsa Koprivica.
Koprivica is not. He is not like a agile, big man like let's say a Kofi Coburn. Kofi Coburn was like 280, but he was still light and nimble on his feet. You know what I'm saying? And Hunter, obviously had a lot of trouble with him. Nor is he the type of dude that can, nor do they have the type of centers that could step out and pop 3-pointers either. Okay. Their big men like to stay down low, just like Hunter. But my thing is Hunter versus their big men down low, Hunter's going to win that every single time. So
I
that to
don't
me,
know.
oh,
I don't know, Big Reg.
wow,
They have.
wow.
I mean, one. I just gotta say, I know why Nameless Guest is in a supine position all the time, but this is very comfortable. Just- but they have this other guy off the bench who is not a great offensive player, but he's a solid defensive player. You know, he can block shots. He can run the floor. He's athletic. I think he's going to give Hunter trouble. You know, not their starting center.
Again, I'll put it this way. They don't have the firepower to keep up with us, especially if they're turning the ball over a lot. Now, we can say, oh, yeah, you know what? They might have an edge on the offensive rebounds. But you know what? I bet you we'll still hold our own on the offensive, on the defensive and offensive boards, okay? But what's going to push us over the edge is the extra shots that we get off of turnovers. I'm telling you, we're going to have the edge in turnovers by a lot. Because these dudes turn the ball over a ton. Because, yeah, we talking about the athletic, they got length, that, but they're not very skilled. They're not very skilled. I'm telling you, we're going to be able to turn them over. We're going to be able to run. We're going to be able to get some easy buckets. And we're going to run away into the Elite Eight, into that Richmond class.
I sure hope so. They were 0 for 9 their first game from 3. They were like 6 for like 17 their second game from 3. So if they're a 3-point shooting team, they haven't showed it so far.
They didn't win the ACC tournament either. They didn't.
Yeah.
You know what they did show in the ACC tournament? They don't know how to take care of the ball. That's what they show.
Wow.
I'm just keeping it 100. I'm just keeping it 100.
But they definitely did get to the line a lot, and they were aggressive. So we just got to make sure to box out, get that rebound,
Yeah.
and then transition into our game.
But again, look at the type of teams that they were playing when they were getting all those offensive rebounds, et cetera, et cetera. They don't have the size that Michigan has. They don't. Hunter Dickinson, Austin Davis off the bench, Brandon Johns Jr., BJJ. You know what I mean? Franz Wagner. We got length and size too. We got athleticism too. And you know what? I'm even bringing Terrence Williams into this.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, come on.
DMV.
Terrence Williams did a good job that last game. You know what? Again, he's a little reckless. He's a little reckless.
Trigger happy. Trying to get all that fame. All too early.
He's an active body that can grab boards and play some. Yeah, the matchup wasn't an ideal matchup for him last time on defense. But still. Come on.
He had that nice cut to the basket.
He did. Wait your turn, though. Give it a few years. Oh.
Yeah, just do the putback. The putback layup, you know, that was great play. But don't jack up a three-pointer like, 3 feet behind the line.
No, but if he's got the open look, I don't have any problems with him putting up a shot. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Pass it.
What? You would want him to take an open three?
Yeah.
This is why
nuts,
If it's
we
open
lose
shot,
credibility.
You're nuts,
in
dude.
the flow of the offense, yeah.
No.
Versus like
Pass the
force
ball.
pass down low. No.
Dude, I'm looking at this.
Within
Terrence
the
Williams has
flow.
a 7% 3-point shooting percentage.
Great stat.
You would if he's, you know what? They should just leave him wide open. Let him just shoot the ball every single time down.
And I hope they do, because I bet you Terrence Williams will start
What?
making shots. I bet you he will.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what? He'll make 7 out of 100. That's what he'll do.
Oh my God. No.
This blowout prediction is getting shakier and shakier by the minute. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, y'all can say whatever you want, but I know what's
Anybody but Terrence Williams, we would want shooting a wide open three. Anybody.
I need an actual score prediction from Big Reg. I need to see what this blow up margin is.
He brought out the claw.
Oh, God. The claw's coming. Mukbang initiated.
It's going to be a sweet 16. just like this Wolverine claw that I got. I'm predicting Michigan 79, Florida State 61.
18 points.
You're crazy.
You're sure it's not 71?
No.
They're not going to get past 70 points.
This is why
They're barely going to get 60.
Oh my
What
god!
was the score in the last game? What was the score in the last game?
Their last game was 71-53.
Versus who?
Colorado.
Who? Let's be honest. Colorado did not play very well that game.
Colorado shot 35% and 24 from the 3-point line.
Those young men were in the entire team was in a very difficult position for the reasons that we all know that we won't mention here. But that was a very difficult game for that team going into, given the circumstances. But look at their ACC tournament numbers. Oh my gosh. No.
Regardless, you're predicting an 18-point blowout.
What do you want me to say? 47? Come on.
Caffeine.
I guess so. 18-point blowout, and Terrence Williams with 6 3-pointers.
When did I say Terrence Williams 6 pointers? Holy
You didn't.
smokes.
You didn't. Come on.
Holy smokes. Here's what I did say. I said, if Terrence Williams has an open 3-pointer within the flow of the offense, I have no problems with him taking that shot. That's what I said. But I like how you try to spin this into some crazy talk. Oh, nice try. But like I said, I'll stick with my prediction, just like I'm sticking with this bear claw that's glazed with some goodness and is also filled inside with that apple filling.
Is that from Demos? Is that from Demos? Is he alive? Is that from Demos?
No comment.
Oh, not from Demos.
I mean, I don't think 18-point blowout. This is why I think, Big Reg, this is the whole thing. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, and I didn't learn my lesson. This is outrageous. I do think that Michigan's going to pull it out. We're going to figure it out. Halftime adjustments. I have full faith in this coaching staff. We're going to figure it out just like Mr. Squarehead figures out how to take all his 30 kids out to dinner and eat at the same table. We're going to figure it out. I don't know what that looks like when they go to Applebee's with all 30 kids and box. And Mr. Squarehead and his wife getting out there, getting on the school bus, take him out. I need a reservation for 30, 35. What does that look like? I don't know what I'm saying, but anyway, we're going to figure it out and eke out a win, 75-71, like I said before.
Interesting. Well, let's give a shout out to our previous subscriber, LA Kim 40, who commented on last post. Favorite episode so far: Drunk Reggie, Maxless JB, Squarehead talking about the Super Bowl. I don't even remember that. And then Sunnyside JC from Sunnyside with his triple threat pro tip. Oh, yeah. Thank you for putting that comment down. For other people out there, make sure to put your comment down. What do you think is going to happen to this Michigan team versus Florida State? What do you predict as your score? What do you see as the keys to this game? Let's hear from you guys. Put it down, even though this will be posted probably 2 hours before the game actually starts.
Wait. Michigan women lose to Baylor in overtime by 3 points. That was the worst game-ending series. The way Baylor scored that last bucket, I don't know what they were doing. And then with how many seconds left?
0.9.
No. With 3 seconds left after Baylor made that layup to go up 3, basically she took like a 3-quarter shot when she had plenty of time to dribble it up. horrible sequence to end that game. Bad Michigan women basketball team.
Just to clarify, it wasn't like she was intentionally trying to take a 3-point shot from there. She was going to travel. She was going to make a pass. She was going to travel. If she was going to turn the ball over, and if she didn't pass, she was going to travel. So she hoisted up a shot. Now I will say, shout out to the Michigan women's basketball team for making the Sweet 16 for the first time ever in program history, and taking Baylor to overtime. But a couple of questionable coaching decisions at the end of regulation and the end of overtime, not calling timeout to advance the ball. That should have been discussed at the dead ball before Baylor got the ball. But you know what? They played a tremendous game. Way to come back. Way to represent Go Blue Michigan women's basketball team.
They were without their starting point guard who did not make the trip for the tournament. So it's eerily similar to our team also missing a starter, but yet still trying to find their way through the tournament. So bravo to them. Almost made it to the Elite Eight.
But that should have been discussed at the timeout. Like, just if they miss, you grab the rebound, call timeout. Anyway, they had a great season. Go Blue.
They should have won that game.
They should have won that game.
Clearly, this panel spares no one, man, woman, or child, when it comes to criticism.
Equal.
In their eyes, if you deserve a little bit of smoke, you're going to get that smoke, baby. So I raise my glass to equality.
Leave no man or woman behind. We evaluate them equally.
Before we go too far out, let's just quickly say what our predictions are so that we have it on record. My final score again is 79-61. Producer JB, what is your prediction?
70-68 Michigan.
Squarehead, what is your?
66-59 Michigan.
Nameless guest, your prediction.
75-74. Terrence Williams with the putback.
He called the last shot too.
He got you sound me troll you.
And Terrence Williams won't even be in the game.
We know this. This we know.
MV.
Finally, JC from Sunnyside, what is your prediction for the score?
I mean, I got the last one pretty much right. This is going to be the same, 75-71. It's going to be a tight game. We're going to pull it out at the end, 75-71.
All right, there you have it, folks. All of us are predicting a Michigan victory. The only difference is how big that victory is going to be and how easy and sweet it's going to be. Well, there's only one way to find out. We got to tip it off at 5 p.m. tomorrow on Sunday. See how it all plays out. We're hoping for the best. We raise our glass and we say to the Michigan men's Wolverines basketball team and also the women's team for a heck of a season, we say, Go Blue.
Go Blue.
Go Blue.